What if your child isn't resisting bedtime at all, but is simply overwhelmed by what they know is coming? Overwhelmed by the storm of lights, sounds, smells, transitions, emotions, and unable to regulate, even if they realize they needed to. Let's reframe bedtime from their perspective and see what it actually feels like for them. Today, I want to walk you through 3 things your child may be experiencing at bedtime that make the routine harder than it looks. Point 1: transitions are tough. For many autistic kids, transitions are the hardest part of the day, and prepping for bed is nothing but transitions. First, there's the big transition, beginning the routine and leaving the busy, fun, connected world of daytime to be alone in a quiet, dark room. Then the routine continues. Your child is constantly stopping one activity to begin another, going to the bathroom, washing their face and hands or bathing, brushing teeth, changing clothes, and finally going to bed. And then comes the emotional transition. Imagine if someone told you, stop everything you enjoy, turn off the lights, lie down alone in a dark or darkish room. Stay still, even if your body feels jumpy. Have your mind quiet down. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about what happened today. And sleep. That's what bedtime can feel like. When you see it through that lens, the resistance to a bedtime routine makes a lot more sense. What you can do: if needed, build in tiny settling pauses between steps, just 30 seconds to breathe, hug, or reset, so the energy of the transitions don't pile up. Watch to see if there's a need to modify any of the transitions. If you are looking for new ways to regulate, check the description for my free resource, my T-zone system for relaxation and sleep. Point 2: sensory overload at bedtime. Think about only the bathroom: bright lights, shiny surfaces, running water, the smell of toothpaste, the feel of a toothbrush in your mouth. Then add the sensory experiences of the fan, the towel, the pajamas. Every sense is firing at once. Now, add the emotional load, the thought of going to bed alone. For a sensitive nervous system, it's just too much. The issue may not be won't go to bed. It may be my brain isn't ready to settle yet. That's why regulation needs to be built in. A sensory break before, during, or even after the bedtime routine can calm the system enough to move forward. What you can do: notice which activity gets your child most dysregulated. Add a short regulation activity there. Or see if there's a way to alter the activity, maybe when it's done or how it's done. Point 3: missing emotional safety. Even if the steps are predictable, bedtime can still feel emotionally unsafe, especially for kids who have been holding it together all day, masking at school, or carrying anxiety. Night is when the hard feelings bubble up. Your child may not say, I'm scared or I feel alone, but you'll see it in delays, resistance, or meltdowns. The answer isn't stricter structure, it's more support. That support could be reading a not too exciting, gentle story, coloring together, singing, or recapping one small joy from the day and one hard moment. Sometimes the small joy is simply the bad thing I expected didn't happen. Gathering those glimmers helps end the day on a note of safety and hope. And as far as the hard parts of the day, they might be opportunities to discuss new ways to respond or to praise your child for the way they did respond. What you can do: add a connection step that lets them know you're safe, I'm here for you, you're not alone. This one step can transform the feel of the entire routine. When you view bedtime through your child's body and emotions, everything shifts. It's not bad behavior or resistance, it's overwhelm. And the solution isn't always a stricter routine or more disciplined or stronger structure. It's regulation, connection, and the right supports. Seeing bedtime from your child's perspective is a game changer, but it's only the beginning. The next step is to become a detective and look for clues outside of bedtime that might be sabotaging your child's sleep without you realizing it. I'll show you how to do that in the next video.